It's also a treasure trove of information. There's rooms in the mental levels we haven't explored yet. It's a springboard for stories. But interestingly, I think that the mental levels for Dean is a home he's made. He's got a memory foam mattress. He's hanging posters. He says it's as close to home as we're going to get. For Sam, it's a workplace and doesn't think of it as home, but is very much comfortable in the academic pursuits that one can follow in the Minor Letters, and that's something that we'll be exploring even more fully this season.
There's a disco room too, right? There's a disco room too.
There's a mirror ball.
And speaking of Twitter, recently Jim Beaver tweeted that he's coming back.
As an actress or something? What is it? It's some actress he's coming back as.
So I'm wondering if there's anything you can tell us when that might happen, or anything at all.
I think Jim also tweeted that he was coming back in a way that you wouldn't guess or wouldn't expect, and pretty much how I would leave it. Because I'm a bad person.
An inside story of that is, though, Jim tweets those things before we actually have any plans to bring him back, and then tweet them to bring him back because it's out there in the ether. So, but we'll figure something out.
And speaking of coming back, Charlie Bradbury is a very popular character. Everyone loves Felicia Day. Is there a chance we might see her again this season?
I'm not sure how these guys feel about it, but I know when I'm directing and they're doing scenes with Felicia, I don't get the sense that she's really giving you very much. And as a director, you're constantly waiting for her to get out of the makeup trailer. She gets on stage, she doesn't really know her lines. She's made everybody we can look her in the eyes.
Felicia, Charlie is one of the few female characters on this show that the fans really have embraced.
I think this show needs a Teflon vagina. I feel like.
That's what we have, Mark Shepard. I love you. Maybe.
That being said, what do you think it is about Charlie that really has made her so beloved? And everyone wants her to keep coming back.
You know, I think that Charlie, and this is something I really believe in truly as well, that Charlie is a girl, a woman, who happens to be a geek, but that's not who she is. She's not defined by being a geek. She's a person with an amazing past, and she happens to love geeky things. And I think there's a trap when a lot of TV shows or movies create geek characters. They create a cliche of a geek. They're like, oh, it's a geek character. And then they don't go any deeper than that. I feel like Charlie is a real person, and she just happens to love the things she loves. And I think it's really hard to create a character like that. It takes a lot of more work and just storytelling. And I just think it's amazing what it's been created here, especially for a girl character. So So I thank you guys. Thank you.
I can jump in because I think a lot of credit for that also goes to some folks sitting over there in the audience. Most of the supernatural running staff is sitting, I think, right over here, so they deserve a big round of applause.
Jensen. Dean, he's been to hell and back, purgatory, and everywhere in between. So, what keeps this guy ticking? How does he stay so strong? And also stand by his brother when his brother doesn't always deliver the way he wants him to.
Yeah, it's rather lame. It's very trying, I will say that. Guys. You know, I'm sitting here listening to the answers that all these guys are giving, and it's funny because we don't just sit around and talk about storylines like you think we do, or ask each other questions like this. So hearing the answers from you guys, it's, I'm drinking this smart water hoping it'll have some sort of effect on me. And so far it's not. So, yes, Dean has been through quite a lot over the past 176, 5, 3, 4, 23. I always refer to Jared for the numbers because he's a numbers guy, much like his character. 170, see, I didn't know. 173. Anyway, over the course of many hours of television, Dean has been through quite a lot, and you know, I think what keeps him kind of motivated, or keeps him pushing on, is I think it's his sense of duty to fight the good fight. It's his duty to his brother, his family, and it's kind of it's what he signed on to do. And sometimes he doesn't want to do it, but he does it anyway because he knows that's what he does, and that's why he's put on here. And I think that when he got back from Purgatory last season, which I really liked that storyline. It was sad to see Purgatory go. But I think when Dean got back, there was a real sense of clarity to his mission, and he knew that's why he was there, was to fight that fight and to be alongside his brother and drive that beast of an automobile down the highway. And rocking out to some true rock and roll. So yeah, what was the question?
That's good.
Okay, thanks.
And Jared.
And pie? Yeah.
And Jared, on the flip side, what keeps Sam going when, I mean, they had that great moment at the end of the season, but he definitely felt the weight of his brother's expectations this past season. So what keeps him going?
I think it's probably a two-part answer, because there's what the writers write for me and what they have keeps him going. And Jared as an actor, what I try to bring to Sam and to the amazing words that are in front of me on the page. I try to make Sam, he always tries to fight. He tries to fight good fight. He really tries to do what he thinks is right. And we always play with this, the road to hell is paved with good intentions kind of quote. And so sometimes he kind of errs, but that's the beauty of this show. Talk about what Felicia said. These guys aren't really defined by their actions or their interests. They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to mirror reality. And you just, no one has all the answers. So Sam's trying to do what he can do. Sometimes he messes up and Dean picks him up, or Charlie picks him up, or Misha, Mark pushes him down. So Sam's just trying to do what he thinks is right. He's accepted that his life's not going to be normal. So he's trying to make a world better place.
Okay, we're going to start taking some audience questions in a minute, or so if you want to start lining up. But on Twitter, the favorite question I got was, now that Kaz is human, is he going to get to learn how to drive the Apollo?
Nope.
He's just kidding. Of course he is.
No.
You will. You will. It'll happen.
All right.
By the way, just first quick, while the Impala is obviously a character in the show, and it's obviously Dean's car, Jensen himself has it's almost a sick proprietary thing about this car, and Nisha the actor's not going to drive it, and Castiel the character's not going to drive it. Man, look at that.
I don't like when the Teamsters drive it to set. I'm like, Frank, get out of the car, buddy. Give me the keys. I'll turn it around. Just saying.
All right. First question.
Hello, Mr. There's Waldo.
Open the Comic-Con.
Where? Oh, sorry. My name is Waldo. I was wondering if you guys could answer if any time in the series we're going to find out where angels or demons go when they officially die.
I think that's Rob Benedict.
They go to Comic-Con.
That's actually a very good question, and my wife, who's a writer on the show, asked me that very question just the other day. I don't know.
We were hoping you knew. We were hoping you could tell us.
You got something going on. Where do they go, buddy? Tell me.
We go wherever Waldo is. We never find him.
It's something we could answer, yes. That's an excellent question. It's absolutely a place that's right for storytelling. So yes, hopefully.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next.
Hi, my name is Katie, and my question is for all the actors except for Jensen.
Absolutely.
What do you guys think about Jensen?
Have you guys ever thought about directing at all? And so, Jensen, you've already done it, so it's okay.
I still have thoughts about it.
Okay.
No, but I'll just shut up.
I'll start. I have thought about it. I don't think it's right for me to do currently. Maybe in a couple seasons, I'll kind of usually. Our breaks always seem so short that I really try to make the most of every second I have with my family, and we live in Texas, and so go Austin. So between visiting family and spending time with each other, and now we got a little kiddo, so inevitably I fly back to Vancouver at the last possible second, so I can just kind of maximize my time. And so I'm not yet willing to give away an extra 2 weeks to come up and be working just yet. Misha?
I have two very small children as well, and they keep me up at night, so I'm looking forward to an opportunity to spend some time away from them directing and getting some sleep. So I'm actually, I think I'm planning to direct an episode number 17, or should I say 917, this year. Bob and Jeremy for giving me the chance to do this, and apologize in advance for the product.
I'm sure the product will be great, but if you think you actually get to sleep when you're directing.
Oh no.
They don't let me do anything.
I just thought you were going to ask us what Jensen smells like, because a lot of fans ask me that. And I always say coriander and leather. these fish things were.
Thanks, Felicia.
Quite welcome.
I thought it was nice.
Shut your mouth.
I think half the fans in line just left because that was their question.